What's good, everybody? It is your boy Cap back with another video for you guys today. We are here to just kind of discuss how, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is lit. Do not get me wrong. I'm extremely excited for that game. But a lot of the Dragon Ball community still to this point in time wants a Xenoverse 3 announcement. I'm here to talk about what I believe the release date can kind of mean, as far as Dragon Ball Z Kakarot's release date can kind of mean for Xenoverse 3, if it is to be announced next year and things like that, and if it could potentially actually release next year at the same time, just based off of past Dragon Ball events and how, not events, Dragon Ball games, and how they've released a game each and every single year, because that is a contract that like Bandai has or something along those lines. I don't know the exact workings of the contract, but I know they have to release a Dragon Ball game each and every single year. You go back to 2016, we got Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. 2017, technically, we didn't get a game in that year, but we got Fighters at the beginning of 2018. So Fighters was technically 2017's Dragon Ball Z game. And that is why we also got Dragon Ball Legends in 2018 as well, because Legends was 2018's Dragon Ball Z game. Now 2019's Dragon Ball Z game is actually coming out in 2020, and that is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, but it's coming out in January of 2020. Last time we had something like this a little bit delayed, it was Fighters, which again came out in 2018, but Legends also came out in 2018 as well. So it is very, very possible that not only does Dragon Ball Z Kakarot release in 2020, but another Dragon Ball Z game also will be releasing in 2020. And everybody is hopeful that this next Dragon Ball game that will be announced is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. It is long overdue. We have been waiting for a very long time. We have gone through 10 DLCs. It is time for this series to finally move on, and I pray to God that next year at the next E3, Xenoverse 3 is finally announced. Like I said again, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, absolutely amazing, absolutely hyped for it, but it's a complete different type of game. You know, it's a story mode, story action RPG, as opposed to a fighter like Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. And now, yes, some people may say, oh, it's not a true fighter, all this thing. It's still a fighting game. Xenoverse 2 is still a fighting game. So Xenoverse 3, again, is something a lot of people have been waiting for, and it would be amazing if it's announced at next year's E3. And then again, the possibility of it actually coming out in 2020 is very real, because we do need a 2020 Dragon Ball Z game. Because again, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is supposed to be for 2019, not 2020. Even though it is coming out then, that was like the whole one game per year contract thing. It falls into that category. So again, man, hopefully, since Kakarot is coming out so early in the year, it kind of hints at the fact that we most likely may be getting 2 Dragon Ball games this upcoming year. Once again, like we did when Fighters came out early on in the year. We got Legends, like I said before. So again, hopefully, man, Xenoverse 3 gets announced at this year's upcoming E3, and then it finally releases either at the end of 2020 or at the beginning of 2021, kind of how Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is releasing at the beginning of 2020, even though it is technically 2019's Dragon Ball Z game. But let me know what you guys think about this, how hyped you guys are, not only for, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, but the potential of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 actually being announced next year. Let me know your excitement for that, how much you want this series to move on. Actually, I don't really need to know how much people want the series to move on. I see it every day in the comments, like really, whether it's a discussion video or not, like just a regular PvP video, a mentor video. I see stuff about Xenoverse 3 all the time, how people want to move on to Xenoverse 3. Well, Bandai and Dimps finally just move on to Xenoverse 3. So just really let me know how hyped you are for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and whether or not you think that Xenoverse 3 will be getting announced at next year's E3 and has the potential of coming out next year, 2020, whether it be the fall or winter, or maybe at the beginning of 2021. But as always, man, thank you guys so much for watching. Really, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, hope you guys have a good day. Peace, y'all.